modifying tool in SketchUp is the move tool. That basically you create some object here and there and you try to move them around and then put them in different places. Sometimes it happens that you want to make a copy of the things. So there are different reasons that you want to do like using the move basically to modifying tool in order to modify your scene. So the first thing that we have is that we have two objects here and we want to move these things around. So I'm going to select this one. I'm going to click on this one for the selection. As you can see, that is by clicking on it, I'm basically selecting that. And then let's say I want to move this and put this on this corner. So I'm going to use the move tool. I can press M or I can just go over here and click on that. And then for the move, I can just go over. You can see that whenever I'm close to the edge or a side, it just highlighted those sides. So I'm going to select this endpoint and I'm going to bring it all the way and put this object here. So now I want to, in the selection mode, I want to go back and select this object. I press the spacebar. Now I'm back to the selection tool, where I can just go here and then click on a selection. And remember, if the things that you are trying to move is not a group, we're going to go over the group later on. But if I want to click on one side, it just select one piece of it. If I want to select, like for example, this side, I'm going to select on this piece, or I can just triple click and it's going to select the whole thing. So if I click once, it's going to select the face, double, selecting this piece with the lines, and triple, it's going to select the whole thing. Now I want to move this and bring that corner to this side. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use a scroll wheel to orbit so I can see the other side, and pressing M or just going a very key, click on the move and then select this corner and place it right on top. So now I have that piece on top. I can also move object alongside, like for example a line or edge or something like that. So let's say I want to move this piece and then bring it up a little bit. So I'm going to go for the spacebar. I'm going to go over this object and then click on it. The other way I can select it, if you remember, I can click on one side. This object is only object that is within my like a red window that will be selected. Also, this object that you see here is this one is also a group that we're going to talk about that later on. So I'm going to click on this one and I'm going to use the move tool, and then I'm going to use this endpoint. I want to move this not in like haphazardly, but I want to move it alongside this edge. And as you can see, if I move this alongside this edge, it's automatically snapped to that edge. And that gives me the option of moving this alongside this one. Even I can bring it and place it alongside the other edge here as well. So that's one way of basically moving the object here and there, different places. So I'm going to move this up, place it right here. Okay, so this is like a simple moving object. But if I don't have any reference, say for example, I have this object and I'm going to move this like maybe boom, I want to just move it like 60 feet apart from this. If I just move it like without any reference, what's going to happen is that it might not be going to like a right angle or right orientation. So what I have to do, I'm just going to go to Z and bring it back to where it was before, and I have to use like my axis in order to move the object. So if I want to move it up, I make sure that I kind of hold to like the Z axis, and whenever the axis is right, I can just hold shift to kind of freeze that. So even if I move my mouse anywhere, any other direction, this is still freeze to that. So I'm going to bring this up, and I'm going to go up and then type like for example 20 feet up, and then from that corner I'm going to select it and then move it, making sure it's on the right axis, and I'm going to, for example, make it 50 feet. So now I'm sure about the exact location of this object.